Like, this is something that we could have done 10 years ago when we didn't have money. And it's funny how much complex things get when you have the money, but you also have all the reasons telling yourself why you can't go ahead and do something like this.
Hi, I'm Katie.
Hey, I'm Wes.
And this is our squat van.
A 2015 Ford Transit chassis with a Unicell fiberglass box on the back. Come with us for a tour. One thing we wanted to take with us was some training equipment, but Katie came up with this idea saying, can we put a squat rack on the back of this thing? And because we're building it from scratch, I mean, why can't we? So we did. I mentioned the biggest hurdle for me was like allowing myself to do it. Now that we're out on the road and experiencing it, there's no doubt that that was the biggest thing. It's so achievable, it's so much fun. Like, I think that's it. Just to give yourself permission to actually start doing what you want to be doing. You know, so if that's a van conversion of van life, just start doing it already. Yeah. It's so fun, it's worth it. Yeah. It's worth having your parents cry when you tell them you're leaving in a van for a year and they start bawling. It's worth it, even though it's sad. Yeah. It's worth it. It's sad, and then they tell you that all their friends follow you on your Instagram journey because they love what you're doing. Yeah. So. And that's what I mean. And then a month in, they're like, it's so cool, we love it. Yeah. And that's where we got the license plate from. Squat van. Squat rack, van, squat van. Yeah. So, and Katie and I had no idea what we were gonna be doing totally when we hit the road, right? Like, I didn't know how much time we'd be in cities, and then when we're in cities, where we're gonna sleep. And this thing, being the way it is, makes it so easy just to roll up anywhere and sleep in it. We haven't had one issue with like anyone knocking on our door, like telling us we can't be here, right? Like, this thing looks like a work truck. So we're plugged in because we're in the shade. We got an extension cord running here, so we've just plugged in over into this cabin. Although on the 4 months that we were on the road prior to getting back to Ontario, we had not plugged into anything once. So we were running solely off solar and like what the power of this van produces. Steel uprights, just like any rig, and then just a couple receivers that go into this bumper that we had welded up, and everything just goes under here when we're done. So we got everything that can fit in there, all of our weights, the uprights, the receivers, everything just fits into there like a puzzle. Yeah. Out of the way, you can't see it, and just making use of additional space in the van. Like, that used to be a cargo ramp that slid out. There's a very particular way that things must go in there, or else it gets out of hand. So this has been allowing us to work out while we're on the road in a way that's very similar to home. It is not necessary, but we wanted it and we designed it, so we're glad we did because it's pretty unique. I haven't seen a squat rack mounted on a vehicle in such a manner yet. What else we got? Bikes. Okay, so heavy duty drawer slides. So it just extends out 4 feet. It just makes assessing this equipment a lot easier. So we got our mountain bikes primarily on here, and then we just use the space for additional stuff. Like, we got an axe, we got some additional workout equipment, rubber bands, yoga mats. Anything extra that we can fit in here goes on this, but yeah, we got our ladder just in case we need to get on the roof to tend to the solar panels. We had our propane tank actually in here. So this box is like sealed with weather stripping around, silicone on all the corners, and a vent that pops out the bottom. Propane gas is heavier than air, so it will naturally just fall out in the lowest spot. So for a safety purpose, if that thing ever leaks, you know, there's a vent that allows any gas to escape. But we don't have a propane tank anymore. Our wetsuits are in there. And we just had a propane hose back here with a quick connect. So we started out with propane for cooking. Now we're fully electric. And it's much simpler. It's one less system to worry about. And also, we used to have to go outside to turn on the propane tank. It was so annoying. Which means the stealthiness went out the window when you're opening the door and trying to cook. So these are our drawers. So I have one, Wes has one, and this is kind of our bigger, like heavier stuff. Pants, gloves, hats, sort of thing. Everything in here is hung up. So we don't actually use this too often. One, we haven't had any guests that are interested in sleeping with us in our van. But, yeah. So everything's under here. Just like our stove and our on-demand propane water heater, after being in the van for 4 months, we didn't use it once. And anything that we're not using, there's no room for it. So yeah, this is like kind of it. So we can sit on here and have our dinner and stuff, you know what I mean? Like if we do computer work, but I don't like sitting. We do enough sitting when we drive, right?
And then
so like
it can turn like this too.
Yeah.
So you can get in and out easier.
Yeah.
This is our drying rack. She's a bathing suit on right now.
Yeah.
And then it's good because we have this fan here, so when we want to hurry up and dry something, that kind of helps.
Yeah.
This moves around too.
That's a marine fan.
A marine fan.
12 volts.
Yeah.
This is like standard stuff that would be like in an RV like that. So typically most dinettes and RVs like convert to a bed as well for multifunction. So because the space is there, it's like doesn't really take any more work to set something up like that. So like that's
very cool.
That's kind of the idea. I think we used this once at one time.
We had a nap on it one time.
Like we had a nap on one time just because it was there. The difference between having this and not having this, because we had the cushions already, was like literally one strip of wood to support it. So it's like, okay, why not?
Wes just built me this shelf because I really wanted to keep a plant in here. So that's where my plant goes.
What kind of plant?
I have no idea. I don't know anything about plants except that I really like them. I will learn. And then I have to take it outside every day so it gets sun. So, you know.
There's been many deaths. Many deaths of plants in this van.
I try.
Yeah.
Okay, fridge. Like we mentioned before, a full-size fridge because we eat a lot of food and our dog's food also has to stay in the fridge. Extra storage, pots, pans, coffee, garbage bags go up here. This one we keep is like our book nook. And here we have Wes's vitamins, electrolyte powder. This one in here is all toiletries, extra. You know, the essentials, my curling iron. This is our Berkey. I always get in big trouble because I never fill it. So, it's probably one of our main arguments actually in life.
There's nothing worse than going to fill your water bottle up with delicious filtered water and it's empty. And that thing does not produce water on the fly by any means.
That and
we're working on it.
And dishes. Who has to do the dishes? This drawer is our junk drawer, miscellaneous drawer. Random stuff just kind of piles up in there. And then this one's our electronic drawer, laptops, GoPro,
Camera equipment,
drone, all of that. Underneath here is where our batteries go. I'll let Wes show you that part. And here is our toilet.
Were you gonna have a poop too?
No, not on camera. Not on camera.
I gotta take a poop, and it's like coming out. I have a really efficient system for movement, so you can edit out any.
Last night was so weird.
So this is a composting toilet, so I have to make sure I aim.
Oh yeah, he's always weird, but I don't agree with that. But last night was like kind of like stoned from bed. I was like, I'm so
It's out.
You remember that? Well, the door is very convenient.
It is. It's private. So this affords some privacy.
That was on purpose. I wanted that door like that.
Yeah.
I'm holding my pee this whole time. I gotta go. Don't get it on video.
I'm amazed just how private it really is.
Yeah.
It is.
Especially when you're wearing a dress, like she just has to lift it up and not pull her pants down. That's the hardest part for me is when I gotta pull my pants up. I don't want people to see her waist.
Yeah, and he leaves this door open and he bends over in front of the entire, like everyone can see him. We're in like a parking lot. He just bends over.
It's my house. People want to look in the windows, you're gonna see what's going on.
Not on camera.
Let me see.
There you go.
Can you open it?
Of course I can open it. So you have to pee in the holes and in these two holes, and then when you poop, You gotta poop in there.
So to give you context, Wes had a poop 15 minutes ago.
And it doesn't smell.
Flawless.
It doesn't smell though, right? It's actually incredible. It blows my mind. This is our hammock thing, which looks super beautiful and I really love it, except every time you drive, all you hear is this. So, not the best position for it, but it's cool. Okay, and then, we forgot our hatch. This is where our towels go. And sometimes we cram our gym bag in there just because it's convenient. This is where our stove used to be, and now it is our dirty laundry and extra storage, which is very nice to have actually, because we just had a laundry bag everywhere and it was so annoying. It was the worst. In here we have really just extra storage. We don't really have a specific need. We have way more storage than we need actually. Most of our drawers, if you haven't noticed, are almost empty because we don't need a lot of things at all. But protein powder, water, bucket, broom, our doggy backpack. This is our coffee drawer. Blenders in there also. Forks, knives, travel mugs, also pretty much almost empty. And in this one, we have our induction cooktop, which we do all of our cooking on now. So this comes out like this, and then we can plug it in just like right beside you there. But also, Wes came across this little Hot Logic Mini. And it's really cool. It's a hot plate and you plug it in and you put, we often put beef in it. You can put whatever you want in it, but you put your meat in over 2 hours. It cooks, slowly cooks it for you, and it's amazing. It makes it so easy. So before we go for a hike, we'll put our meat in there and we'll plug it in, and when we get back from a hike or workout or whatever we're doing, we come home and our meat's cooked. So it's awesome. Alright, and then at the front here, this is where we drive. And that's our dog cushion. It's kind of gross, but that's okay.
This is like a remote for LED switch or LED lights. So there's 3 LED light runs in here, like individually controlled. 1 back there off, 2's off, you know, 3's off. So, and then same, we can just individually turn them all on, or you can sync them up too, and then change the colors. I don't know. It's kind of a neat feature. The main reason I put these in was I didn't want switches everywhere. We can have, like, we got a Velcro attachment. So just like this, we got a piece of Velcro up by our bed. So like we can just bring this remote with us and stick it on. So our light switches anywhere. And all the components were available on Amazon. So if anything breaks, I can have it next day shipped anywhere in Canada to the US.
Oh, set up our bed. Then you sleep. The end.
A full-size
king bed. It's lovely.
Why do we have a king bed?
We have a king bed because our 70-pound dog sleeps with us. That's why we have a king bed. And she's a bed hog.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty simple though.
We make our bed every day. And it takes like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like I think it's worth it for the space it buys out. So I don't think I'd consider a permanent bed in a van.
All right, let's go get some food, some drinks.
It's funnier when she shuts it. She's gotta jump. This place is made for tall people.
Ta-da.
Just get ready, like if you're gonna do your own van conversion, for lots of frustration, lots of headaches, you know, lots of unknowns, but like...
Try not to suck the fun out of it.
Yeah, but just know everything is on the internet to do this successfully, and I think the whole community of people, like as far as providing support, is there. And there's a lot of people that are willing to help as well, so don't be afraid to reach out to them for help. We've gotten a lot along the way.
And we would help for sure.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, send us a message if you need some help. Yeah.
What's your Instagram handle?
Right here, at Squat Van.
Yeah.
At Squat Van. Simple. Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye.
See you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks for coming. Anyways, we're 2 weeks out from finishing work. I got a bunch of work to do on this van, but no, it's kind of cool. I'm down at my parents' house right now. I'm sure you know, like, my dad passed away early last year. I spent a lot of time out in the shop with him as a kid, and this is where I learned to kind of do things like this. So it's part of the reason why I wanted to build this van. I think it's kind of fitting that you know, there's a lot of emotions and stuff that come up while I'm in here, but I think that's part of what's going to make this thing pretty special.